you may be in spring cleaning mode, and it's important to ensure you don't overlook one area of your home, your kitchen, your pantry, your refrigerator. Joining us with some tips on getting on board with healthier food items, nutritionist Andrea Hollinger. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for coming, or thanks for having me. And there is beer in my fridge at home.
Well, that's good to hear.
The Flames are in the playoffs.
You gotta have a beer. Yeah, that's for sure. And it was interesting reading through some of the notes that you sent before this interview. You don't want to get rid of everything that is bad for you.
Yeah, with so much talk of clean eating these days, people I think sometimes think we're aiming for nutritional perfection. And so they anticipate if we're talking about a spring cleaning your pantry and freezer or fridge, that you're stripping every enjoyable, tasty treat, sweet, salty item out of there. And that's certainly not necessary. We're just looking to move it a bit better than it currently already is right now.
So let's start with our pantries. What are some items that are good staples to have in there and maybe ones that we need to stay away from?
Gotcha. And I can't bring you into my home, so I brought a little bit of what you can kind of find out in my pantry. So here's a couple of my favorite things that you should definitely have in your pantry. Love canned legumes, whether it's refried beans to put on a handmade tostada or a soft wrap tortilla with lots of veggies, a little bit of cheese. Super fast meal you can make in minutes. Same thing with your black beans, chickpeas. Drain them, toss them into salad soups, wonderful sources of protein and fiber. For crackers, I brought a couple of my favorite crackers, and sometimes people will say, well, these are kind of boring, Andrea.
But they're good. You can put some spreads on there.
There you go. Yeah. You've just nailed it. So a little bit of hummus, some nut butter, a little bit of cream cheese, maybe some cucumber or red pepper slices on there, brings these alive and gives them that flavor that we're after. I also love canned tomato products, particularly a couple of the new brands coming out. Well, these are actually really old brands, Italian style, with no added sodium. Okay. I'd rather you add the sodium than the manufacturer.
That's important.
Wonderful nutrition here, as good as fresh, in some cases even a little bit better with the lycopene component for cancer prevention in canned tomatoes.
That's good to know. When it does come to fresh, though, it has to be kind of convenient, right? Like you want to keep things easy, that you can just reach in, take a bite and go.
You bet. And certainly there's a lot of different convenient options available. Like you could buy this pre-cut and ready to go. I will tell you though, taste-wise, nothing beats chopping it up, peeling your own carrot, and actually really enjoying the flavor here that can be delivered when you do it yourself. So this is my veggie tray sort of for the week. It'll go into sort of snacks and lunches, and then if by the end of the week, you know, things aren't looking so hot, toss it into a stir fry.
Right.
Easy way to use those things up. What I'm looking for in people's fridges is that they've got at least 3 or 4 different types of fruit and probably a half a dozen different veggies. This is a tall order, but that's what I know is
doable.
Going to do.
We can do it.
For health.
When it comes to frozen food items, you've got some really healthy choices here, but so often those unhealthy choices can sneak in for the frozen foods.
You bet. So not a lot of convenience foods here that are highly sort of meal ready. But a few things to consider are your frozen veggies are as nutritious as fresh, so really great options. Whether it's corn or peas or beans, whatever you tend to like. Frozen edamame beans, fantastic again for fiber, protein. Frozen fruits, unsweetened of course, is what we're after for your yogurt parfaits and your smoothies. And then you can see I've got all these sort of jars and Ziploc bags full of things from my freezer.
Those are great.
When you cook, cook in bulk, because it takes you just as long to make this big bag of tomato soup that I made. It takes you just as long to make 2 or 3 batches of that as one.
And so throw it in the freezer, you're good to go. Some great tips, Andrea. Thanks so much for coming in this morning. If you'd like more great details, you can head to Andrea's website, healthstandnutrition.com.